is a Zurbinator Land production. Enjoy.
My name is Zerg.
And I am not happy.
This is a Halloween podcast.
So sit down and relax and come with us on a journey to our past and your future.
Right here
On Jack's Lantern. Jack's Lantern.
Matthew! How are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm glad we're actually using our voices for this podcast that has been in the works for over 3 years.
It has been for a long time.
Pre-COVID, we talked about doing it and we ran out of time, but we did put out a beautiful Halloween record episode of
Yes, we did.
of Look It, and we were able to catch that up. But we've always wanted to do a Halloween podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to us. We are coming to you live from Mood Swing Studio. Right here in the heart of Connecticut in association with
Peoria, Illinois.
You know, when you go to the store and you get yourself a bottle of Peoria water, you know it came from
Peoria, Illinois.
the canals of the Illinois.
And now, Halloween candy.
You know what I've noticed? The differences between Halloween candy from 1970 until Halloween candy 2021 is that they've gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and the bags have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. The prices have gotten higher and higher.
And they don't taste as good.
No, because now they don't. They're made by OMG, and they were made in a wild field where they were free ran, and they didn't wear sweats.
I like that explanation better than my taste buds are old now.
That could do it. I didn't even think about my taste buds. Letting alone having to edit the sentence I just said prior to your taste buds comment.
So Kevin, what is your favorite Halloween candy? When you went trick-or-treating and you got a bag of candy, what was your favorite candy to eat out of the bag first, or even before you left the house?
Milky Way. Milky Way was the main go-to. The Snickers came in later when I realized that peanuts, I guess, were delicious. I didn't like peanuts and peanut butter as a kid for some reason. You know why? Because my dad had them in a bar down in the basement. And it had to do with beer and all that. And at that age, you know, I didn't start drinking until 2 or 3 years later when I was, 9. So I couldn't take peanuts. So Snickers wasn't a big deal. But, yeah, Milky Way all the way. That was it. And I got to ask you a question.
Yes.
In your in your life, has it maintained the same candy, or has it changed over the years?
For the most part, yes, but I still do like some of the candy that was that I liked when I was a kid. My favorite, which is probably not most people's favorite, was the candy corn.
Really?
Yes, I really enjoy the candy corn. When I was younger, I was allergic to nuts. At least
Okay.
the doctors told me I was allergic to nuts.
That's what we've kind of thought too. So I understand that.
So I didn't eat any of the Snickers, any of the Butterfingers, any of that kind of stuff. And I've tried to eat some of that recently, but what I had in my mind peanut butter and nuts should taste like is not what it tastes like.
Right.
I thought that peanut butter was like a sweet something, but it's very, very salty.
Oh yeah.
My favorite when I was a kid was the candy corns and the Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, do you like the Tootsie Rolls?
The cheap candies.
Named after his daughter.
Yes. But if you went over to certain houses and you'd get the big candy bars, like the Mounds, I always like those.
Oh yeah.
Now these days I still do like the candy corns, and I don't even know if they make these anymore because I can't find them anywhere.
Right.
But I think it was called the Brock's Autumn Mix.
Yep. They still do make that.
Well, but I don't think it's the same thing, because what I remember it being was it had the candy corn, then it had little pumpkins, and little bats and little haystacks.
I don't remember all of that.
And now they don't have that. All I can find is it'll have the pumpkins and it'll have the candy corn.
Brock's, get on it. quit selling your crap at just the dollar store. And
I've even looked on the website and they don't have it.
oh, that's rude.
It is.
Did you call customer service?
No, I don't like talking on the phone.
Hold on 1 second. Oh. Well, we're going to call Brock's and find out what happened. Matt,
Okay.
for you.
Thank you for calling Ferrara Candy Company, the home for Laffy Taffy, Lemonhead, Now and Later, Red Hots, and so many more.
Oh, yeah.
For where to buy our candies, press 1. For allergen information, press 2. Or hold to chat with our next available representative.
Oh, cool.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Thank you for calling Ferrara. My name is... May I ask who I'm speaking with?
Hi, my name is Kevin, and this call's being recorded.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm very good. I am actually calling with a friend of mine who actually can't be heard, but his name's Matt, and he and I are recording a Halloween podcast at this very present moment.
Right here.
On Jack's Lantern. Jack's Lantern.
Talking about the difference between Brock's candies from then until now. And I said, let me see if I can call the customer service number and find somebody who is in our age bracket who kind of would know the difference between then and now and cover one question about a fall assortment that we had everywhere we went from like 1970 until about 1986 or 87, right, Matt? Mm-hmm. And then it disappeared. And we were going to ask if you might have seen it or know where we could find it.
Okay. So what product are we looking for?
It's a Brock's Autumn Sampler Pack that
The mellow cream pumpkins.
it had the mellow cream pumpkins,
The candy corn.
the candy corn, of course,
Mellow cream bats.
mellow cream bats, and
haystacks.
haystacks.
Let me see what information I can come up with for you.
Oh, and if you would like, I can keep your name out completely.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me.
Happy Halloween coming soon, then.
I know.
We're-
Excited.
You sound much younger than us, so thank God.
Just a little bit.
Okay, good.
All right. So I see that they had the mellow cream pumpkins.
Yeah.
I see that. Now, I know this one's discontinued, but they had the scary shapes, which were the
Yeah.
mellow creams.
Yeah.
It had the bats and something else in it.
Oh, that's it. I bet you that was it. Does it say when it was discontinued?
I don't see that. I'm still looking now.
God bless you for checking. That's sweet.
Absolutely.
Ask her if she can request that they recontinue those.
Oh, yeah. He asked, is it possible that you could request that they recontinue it because two idiots called you?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I always can. I like people to call, and especially even the younger little kids.
Yeah.
I like them to call and just tell me what kind of flavors they want. It's always so amazing just to hear them.
Oh, yeah, especially when it's coming from, ages 3 to 7.
Exactly. All right, let's see. So, this continued that I'm able to see of Brock's itself.
Yeah.
So they discontinued the Special Treasures,
Oh.
the Annis Bears, Blue Ice Mint Coolers, Sparklers,
The sparklers.
Circus Mints.
The circus, man. This is the worst Christmas ever.
Sorry.
What?
Assorted chocolates.
Just stop. You're ruining everything.
Still have the candy corn. Isn't that what
Yes,
matters?
that is what matters. Is that what matters, Matt?
Well, kinda.
He says-
But I liked all the shapes.
What I'll do is stop torturing you, madam. God bless you for your time. That's awesome that you did all that for us. And
Absolutely.
I pray you have the happiest of Halloweens in 2021 compared to the last couple of years.
Well, I do appreciate that. It's very nice to hear somebody else, caring. Thank you. I definitely can put a message in that we want the Brock's Autumn Treats back.
Yeah, please. And just
Absolutely.
say a gang of thugs called, and they were very, very ornery, and they demanded such things. And just tell them that you were, use a triggered word or something. And then
Say we're podcast royalty.
internet sensations, and it has to be done
Okay.
for everyone.
And they held me by Candy Point, right?
Right, Candy Corn Point. Exactly.
All right, I'm putting that in here. here.
Okay, and I'm putting that in the show. That was great. Have a happy Halloween, dear. Thank you.
You as well. Thank you.
All right, dear. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Jack's Lantern.
That was very sweet. Get it? Because of candy corn and all of that.
That's right. And we are internet sensations.
Yeah. I don't know why I said that, but that was fun. I think I've used that before to define the entertainment that I provide. We have a whole other half a show to do now.
Yes.
It's time now for Halloween Records.
And now, Halloween Records.
Ooh. Do you say record, or do you say record?
I say LP.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to talk about the changes over the years. I highly suggest indentation right here to have you take a listen, if you can, over to Look It and check out. Matt and I did our list of our favorite top 10 Halloween records, ones that we grew up with, and I think we also played some clips in that as well. Tonight, we are going to discuss the dissension of the Halloween record, the beauty of the Halloween record, and how it just does not really exist except for Drew's Famous. As far as I know, I cannot think of any other Halloween record companies that exist anymore.
I can't think of anything else that's been put out. It's dropped. It's terrible.
Yeah. Growing up, kids, you guys should know, and adults, you guys should remember, we had LPs from 1952 up until 1978 to 86 of homemade, studio-made records of these geniuses that put together these Halloween sounds and stories to entertain us as kids through adults. And this, of course, is pre-internet and everything else. So it's like every single year, everybody got the exact same set of records.
Make Halloween fun with one-stop shopping at Woolworth or Woolco for your Halloween needs. You can get wrapped candies of every kind, bubblegum, lollipops, fun-sized candy bars. Get this Halloween record, sounds to make you shiver, just $1.89. Make Halloween fun and easy. Make just one stop at Woolworth or Woolco.
Disney, Pickwick, the children, Golden Book Records, and Wonderland Records.
So there's Disney,
right,
and Pickwick,
right.
There's Golden Book Records,
right,
and Wonderland.
That was about it. That's it. Wonderland covered the comic book / records where you turn the pages, and they did a lot of Halloween records that way. And it was so hard. I lost so many records. And then we went on this massive Halloween record hunt when blogs started because people were sharing their Halloween records from the 70s. So thank God I have all of them locked away in a hard drive somewhere in the Mississippi. And they'll never find it. And when I want to listen to it, what I do is put on my scuba outfit. You laugh. And people swim for different reasons, but mine is Halloween. When was the last time you listened to your Halloween record collection?
Oh, probably last Halloween.
I was going to say.
It was last Halloween. I usually start listening to Halloween records probably about the middle of September. It's about this time of year that I start getting into that spooky Halloween feeling.
Oh God, yeah.
And everything will start going over towards Halloween. The stuff I listen to, the music I listen to, the sound effects, the podcasts, all that kind of stuff. It all goes over to Halloween about September 15th.
I like loading up all the PSB specials. That's right, folks. Get your PSB specials. Please stand by at Zerbinator.com, and you'll find 2 Halloween specials with Matt Lappy on there, right?
Yes, you will.
Soon to be 3.
Soon to be 3.
But not Please Stand By. It'll be in a different format. Plus, We're also doing this Halloween thing, which this week in October, we've noticed that the news has not changed at all since September, except that that thing happened.
Yes. That big thing.
The one thing about...
Maybe it was a little thing.
It was a big thing, and then it turned out to be a little thing. Halloween records, you have crickets.
That's when I get a message on my phone.
Okay.
And when it Wilhelm screams, somebody texts me.
I thought maybe you just had this one lowly cricket that lived in the closet.
No, not up here. Not up here.
Oh, okay, good. another thing which is attributed to Halloween, but every Halloween I would put out my recorder to record the trick-or-treaters coming and going, just so I could listen to what I missed when I was out walking around looking at all the haunts in the neighborhood. And my favorite thing was after I would fall asleep to these recordings, and the door to the house was way far away from where I placed a recorder that particular Halloween, but I could fall asleep because then it would die down and the crickets would just pick up this huge chorus of crickets on Halloween night. For some reason, that's like the most sacred of crickets. So, it's just so nice to fall asleep to that in the ramping up season, which for me starts mid-July. Mid-July, after my birthday's over, it's all of a sudden Halloween until Halloween comes, and then it's Christmas all the way through Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a appetizer for Christmas to me. That's what it is.
Now, see, I love Christmas, but I can't start Christmas until Thanksgiving.
I'm halfway through with the Christmas album by Thanksgiving.
and if I see Christmas before Thanksgiving, I always, every time I see something Christmas, I'll go, Christmas, because it's not Christmas time yet. As much as I love Christmas.
Jason Robards, what are you doing? I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that is either. It's just something I said.
Christmas. Well, Matt, let me ask you a very personal question.
Yes.
If I had a candy corn to your head and I said, listen, pick a record or die from a vicious sugar accident that you could never recover from, what's your favorite Halloween record that you had growing up?
It would have to be Halloween Horrors.
And now, with the following collection of ghoulish sounds, you can make your own sounds of Halloween, terrifying and terrible.
The one with the purple cover with the witches on it?
Yes, it would have to be that one. The sound effects are amazing. The story is amazing.
Wait, the one with the cemetery and the truck in the front?
Yes. And the story is amazing, which I am working on transcribing and creating for a podcast.
Oh
myself.
My gosh. I almost interrupted you with more crap, and I'm glad I didn't, because that's important. God bless you, man. How did you get that? How'd you get that?
How'd I get it?
Yeah.
It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I finally said, hey, it's time.
I cannot wait. I'm so proud of you.
So I'm hoping to have it out by Halloween, but knowing me, it'll probably be after Halloween. But
of course.
That is coming.
I cannot wait.
But no, I used to listen to that in my basement room. I had a record player, but I didn't want to play the record. I mean, you can only play half of a record.
Right, I understand.
So I recorded it to a tape, a cassette tape. And so then I would listen to it as I was falling asleep. And it was just amazing.
Peace and love and good happiness.
Yes, and I can remember the first time I heard it. I was over at my friend Jeff's Halloween party, and his dad brought it out, and we sat in front of the record player with all the lights out. There were like
that's so
kids,
awesome,
boys and girls, and it was just playing. And from that moment on, I was obsessed.
I love that.
Obsessed with this record. You know, Kevin.
Yes.
I've always wondered.
Me too.
What is your favorite Halloween album?
Oh, thank you. If I had to choose and you had a candy corn to my whatever, anything, really?
Yeah.
I would have to pick Amazing Ghost Stories by Wade Denning.
Oh, yeah.
For Halloween. And Wade Denning is one of my idols. I did a podcast on the life and the wonderfulness of him and what he's done for this planet before he left.
Howdy, partner. Ready to go up to the old haunted gold mine? Climb on the wagon and we'll go have a look.
And 2 Halloween records he did, along with 3 Halloweens records he did, and along with the Christmas album, which I have yet to find, very hard to find, but that has stories and sound effects and things like that as well. That's my favorite.
But of all the albums from our youth, there's not a bad one in the lot.
None, except for anything by Disney.
Now, if you listen No. I have a special place for the chilling and thrilling sounds of the haunted house by Disney.
I do too. It's actually sitting right there, but I can never play it.
And mine's up on the wall right there. But
personal problem with Disney, ladies and gentlemen, just a big personal. You know how many times I tried for Mickey? Forget it. I don't want to talk about it.
I just have to say that the Halloween albums of the 90s suck terribly.
Well, there's one I got to give credit to, and that's because it helped me with a song. But yeah, I'm not as good as the 70s. Not as creative.
Nowhere near. It's just, but for one thing, you couldn't get them on album. They were all on CD or cassette. Cassette isn't bad. Cassette isn't bad. But once it was only CDs, all it was digitized crap and repetition.
Always the same thing.
And chainsaws and I'm sorry.
Lightning.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but chainsaws is not a Halloween thing. It doesn't make me think of Halloween. It makes me think of cutting down a tree.
But what about Halloween movie?
There's no chainsaw in the Halloween movie. Only in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Oh yeah. Well, what about Friday the 13th?
I don't think there's a chainsaw on Friday the 13th. At least not the original one.
Beetlejuice?
No.
Snoopy's Halloween.
There might be one in Snoopy's Halloween.
Okay, well then. You remember?
I think one line was, "I got a chainsaw." Instead of "I got a rock."
I got a rock. Yeah, you remember something about blockhead? I can't get through this blockhead. That was stupid.
Good job.
Thank you.
Jack's Lantern.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much
for listening to the first episode
of Jack's Lantern,
the Halloween podcast.
Hey, where's Fred?
Please visit Zerbinator.wordpress.com. Visit Zerbinatorland on Facebook and Twitter. All shows available in iTunes, Stitcher, RSS download, and Google Play. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.